Akhirnya kita pindah ke Bali untuk sekolah. Ada sekolah di Bali namanya Green School. Dan kita pindah ke sana buat anak kita yang middle and little supaya mereka bisa experience the Green School. And so it was an amazing time. It was a great time for kids, great time for parents.
So it's like an eco-friendly school kind of thing?
Yeah. It's completely made of bamboo. And if you're there for a month, you can go for a tour because they open for tours. Jadi itu sekolahnya semuanya dibuat dari bambu di antara Canggu dan Ubud. So it's really like in the jungle, pas di dekat sungai, and the course all about sustainability and entrepreneurialism. Jadi so many adults who visit say they want to visit. They wanted to go to school there.
Oh my God, me too. I wish.
Tur aja.
Iya, boleh sih. Can we visit though?
Yes, you can.
I see.
Yes,
I'll look it up. I'll look it up.
Yes. Okay, so first of all, aku mau ucapin terima kasih sekali. Thank you so much for joining me in my book. We have a new chapter di dalam buku Walk With Me. Di dalam chapter itu semua topiknya semua mengenai emotional well-being. Dan juga minggu ini we're doing all of these IG lives, dan aku juga dengar bahwa Afgan jarang IG live, so I'm so grateful. So thank you so much.
No, of course. It's for a good cause. So yeah, and to talk about real things like this yang biasanya kan jarang sekali di mention ya. So that's why I think it's the right platform untuk ngobrol juga sama Nadia, so everyone can be more aware about this stuff gitu kan.
Yeah. I'm super grateful. Now, before we start, I have a little special thing that I like to do. This is my question box, and sebetulnya I have a women's group that I facilitate in Singapore, and so this is actually from our women's group. But it's okay. It's unisex questions. Don't worry.
Let's do it.
So, Jin, jadi Afgan tinggal bilang kapan stop, and then I'll read you the question for you. Okay? I don't know what it's going to be.
Stop.
Okay. Ooh. How hard are you willing to work to get what you want?
Really hard actually. Aku perfectionist sih, dan I like things done the way I want it to be. Jadi I'm really hands-on about everything that I do. Jadi I'm willing to give like more than 100% in everything I do to get the results that I really wanted. Menurut aku sih. So yeah, really hard.
And do you think that has helped with your career and your staying power?
I like to say yes. I like to say so because I think it hasn't been an easy road. So the mistakes are there to teach us a lesson, of course.
For sure. 100%. Okay. Now you get to ask me a question.
Okay.
Just tell me when.
Aku bilang stop ya. Aku yang.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop.
Oh.
Nothing.
Okay.
All right.
Kind of nothing, but we'll just go. Oh. Can I improve on any of my daily habits? Yes. I think I would like to improve on my meditation practice.
Me too.
I have been. Yeah. I think we can always do more.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing enough on that one.
Yeah. I mean, if every day I try to sit down at my little meditation corner, and I have my practice that I do. But
I think the best time to do it is the first thing you do it when you wake up, right? And not every day that we have time to do it. Biasanya kan kadang-kadang we rush to do something else, jadi kita biasanya lupa gitu. Tapi kayaknya yang paling penting consistency sih on that one. So aku belakangan ini agak-agak nggak terlalu sering seperti biasanya. So I might improve on that one as well. On meditation, yeah.
You've been
since 2009, 2019. Aku belajar dulu, ya. I learned online, and I have used to help me meditate sampai sekarang sih. Cuman sekarang ya jadi nggak terlalu sering seperti dulu. Jadi I'm planning to do it more often. Because waktu aku ngelakuin itu, I felt a lot of shift in me gitu. Jadi tadinya lebih emosional, terus lebih panikan gitu, terus bisa lebih tenang dan centered gitu, which I love feeling that way all the time. Pengennya sih kayak gitu.
It's amazing, isn't it, that something that we know is so good for us, but we so easily forget to do.
Yeah, and it's that simple actually. Maksudnya sesuatu yang simple dan gak ribet, tapi kita kadang-kadang sering lupa juga gitu. So
I think it's to do with us being us humans. We kind of like we tend to focus on the things that we think will make us happy that actually don't.
Yeah.
And forget about these age-old wisdoms. You know, meditation has been used for thousands of years across all different religions and philosophies by, you know, our elders. And yet we're so, kayaknya cepat banget kita mau maju gitu dan mau acquire sesuatu yang hal-hal itu yang penting sekali buat bikin kita senang dan tenang dan konten gitu. Kita biarin nggak usah deh, nggak usah, nanti lain kali aja deh. Another time, another day.
Yeah.
So, okay, what have you been up to lately, and how?
Focusing on myself. Mungkin awal-awal masih kayak adjustment ya. Sekarang aku merasa kayak we are forced to be still and stay at home, so we can use that time to improve on ourselves. Jadi aku lebih banyak kayak baca buku, which I've never really done before. I'm not a reader. Aku jarang baca buku. Jadi belakangan ini aku mulai baca buku. So I get a lot of insights about spirituality, which I really love, and I felt like I'm yourself. So I felt like I've been doing quite well lately. Thanks.
Do you feel that because for me it's been similar, you know, and thankfully karena dengan tahun 2020 sebetulnya aku lebih fokus ke beberapa yayasan dan charity dan causes yang di Singapura, and my campaign Be the Good. Jadi sebetulnya itu kasih with that purpose. Tapi sekarang my routine is so nice. You know, I have my routine. I get up in the morning, I do my yoga, I do my meditation, I do my writing, and then all of this kind of stuff. Tapi di rumah aja gitu kan. Sementara sekarang ini lebih sering ada kesempatan untuk keluar dan ketemu orang. And
you know, just staying at home. So I think, I don't know. Aku nggak tahu sih next year bakal kayak gimana ya. So yeah, but I think we need both lah. We need like meeting people outside, and we need our time for ourselves as well.
Yeah, for sure we do. I mean, I mean, the community aspect is one of the really important pillars of emotional well-being, right? So we do need that contact, and I think it's just a matter of, you know, choosing to do it in smaller groups and making sure that the interactions are meaningful, nggak basa-basi aja gitu kan. So I think that's really important to move into that with a period of adjustment juga. So would you consider, you know, I know that you've been putting in a lot of effort, and I'm guessing that emotional well-being is something that's really important to you.
Yep.
Can you tell me why it's so important to you, and when did this journey for you start?
So I've been...
Kalau mau campur bahasa Indonesia nggak apa-apa sih.
Iya, campur aja
Lebih
ya.
bagus kalau jawabnya bahasa Indonesia. Aku cuma bahasa Inggris kalau ngomong kadang-kadang supaya pasti, supaya nggak salah gitu.
Iya, jadi aku udah battle. I've been battling anxiety for years gitu. Jadi I battle anxiety, panic attack, depression. Itu tuh dari udah lama banget deh, dari awal aku nyanyi. Terus sampai I realized around I think last year ya, aku realized bahwa I think I need help. And I started doing therapy. And I started taking medication dari psychiatrist aku to help me function, karena biasanya kalau udah anxious atau panic tuh usually juga datangnya ketika aku lagi di panggung. Itu bisa it's really hard and it's really painful, and it's of course it's very lonely gitu. Aku ngerasanya jadi lonely banget gitu, padahal kayak there's a lot of people who's going through this stuff, and waktu itu aku nggak reach out aja sama orang-orang. But right now I think it's important to reach out and spread this awareness to people so they do not feel alone. Dan menurut aku that's why this issue is really important to me, because aku sendiri sampai sekarang masih battle dengan hal itu. So I think menurut aku sih we just need to help each other, and semua itu bisa dilakukan dengan diri sendiri kok gitu. Maksud aku kayak dengan kamu meditation, dengan kamu cari tahu tentang spirituality, baca buku, itu aja tuh bisa heal perlahan-lahan.
In 2018 is the first time, and dari waktu itu I've been like, you know what, people shouldn't need to suffer around this if there is the support, right? Tapi karena nobody talks about it, right? And then everybody feels like they're alone, and then nobody knows where to go to get help. Close to me is going through it. Aku jadi merasa, it's not just me gitu kan. And it helps, it really helps, you know, to be able to move through this. Aku sih sebetulnya waktu itu juga sempat waktu panic attacks, I was in Bali.
Oh, I see.
And
you're in Bali? You were in Bali?
I was in Bali.
So without any trigger,
all of a sudden,
without anything.
I think the trigger is it was a combination of factors, and a lot of stresses and moving country, and you know, a whole bunch of logistics and different things. And then
so you didn't see it coming.
On top of that, I didn't see it coming. I did not see it coming karena memang dari udah hampir 15 tahun atau 16 tahun aku ada praktis meditasi. Aku ada praktis sebetulnya juga belajar mengenai the mind and its potential, and really academic, like an academic study of these things. And aku juga facilitate these classes in groups. Udah 10 tahun aku facilitate classes on mindfulness, Buddhism, you know, all of these kinds of things. Jadi when it came, aku juga shock dan juga tambah on top of that, aku tambah pressure ke aku. Kok bisa sih? How can this happen to
Kamu
me?
yang udah praktis. Kamu yang udah ajarin banyak orang.
Yes. So jadi tambah pressure. I'm like, this shouldn't be happening to me. Why is it happening to me? So even more pressure gitu kan. Aku sempat dibawa ke rumah sakit, terus dikasih obat gitu kan. And then sementara aku dalam my life makan Panadol aja nggak begitu mau sih. I don't like to take
really
medication. Yeah, I try not to. So I was like, oh, really?
You have to take it.
Yeah, I have to take it. Terus aku datang ke Singapore. I was like, okay, I need to get a second opinion. The doctor gave me more medication. I'm like, this is crazy. I'm going to Australia to get another opinion. And terus mereka kasih aku obat lagi. So I was like, okay, this is,
And I think
there's a place for medication.
Yeah.
There is a place.
I don't think that's the sole solution for this problem. Gitu, nggak cuma medication.
Yes.
We can't rely on medication only. There's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
That you can do.
100%. So for me, it was like the medication was what was just for that period of time where I didn't know how to manage, because ini adalah sesuatu yang aku nggak begitu kenal gitu. Like it's baru gitu kan. Tapi lama-lama I understand dengan rutin, dengan self-care and making sure I'm looking after myself, then everything is okay. Dan selama ini sih okay. But it's something that's it's so important.
It's a surprise for you, right, at that time.
Yeah, really is. Really, really is. And then I realized how many people are experiencing something like this, and then ini sebelum COVID. Jadi sekarang
I think right now a lot more people are suffering of this, right? Because we are forced to stay inside and not seeing anyone, and it's hard for some people. They lost their jobs and stuff like that. It's a tough time. I guess everyone actually mulai kayak bingung gitu, ini apa yang terjadi ya, dan mereka juga nggak sadar bahwa mereka sedang mengalami anxiety atau panic attack gitu. Yeah, I think it's really important. That's why we need to discuss about this stuff, especially now.
What have you been doing to work with your anxiety and your depression, and what are some of your like essential self-care tips that maybe some of our viewers can learn from?
For me, I think meditation is number one for me. Sometimes I woke up and I feel so bad, like I suffered a lot of pain. And when I meditate, it's the pain started to dissipate. And reading a lot of self-help books. If you have the resources, you can go to you can take a therapy and talk about like the roots. Kalau buat aku akarnya kenapa sih aku bisa ngerasa kayak gini? What seems to be the problem? Dan medication pastinya gitu buat aku sih. So those are like my essential routine that I do every time I face with a panic attack or anxiety or depression. Simple as that. So then reaching out to a friend, it can be as simple as that. Reaching out to a friend and just share your story. I think human connection can be very powerful, and sometimes we forget about it. And I think we should, connect more as humans. So I think itu yang aku lakukan sih biasanya ketika aku lagi suffered. How about you?
I think it's really the same. Buat aku sih juga sebetulnya di Singapura sekarang kan cuma boleh 5 orang yang kumpul gitu kan. Jadi actually it's been great because those smaller gatherings make for deeper connections.
Yeah.
You know, because if
it's more
kalau banyak orang
intimate.
gitu kan jarang bisa.
Yeah, it's more
It's
intimate.
more intimate.
It's
Yeah.
more personal, in a sense. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, and then you can create those connections. And I think what you mentioned about having that community aspect and that human connection is something that we've been talking about on a few of the IG lives, and that is around how to be a good listener.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Sometimes we
How to
forgot.
be a good friend.
Yeah. We need to just listen, and we can get so yeah. Our friend will reach out to us, and if we just listen to what they gotta say and just try to understand them, I think there's like some powerful force yang bisa dirasain gitu between humans. So I really believe in that. Aku percaya banget sama itu.
Did you have, apakah di lingkungan Afgan, di teman-temannya, apalagi teman-teman laki, do you have a good guy friend support system, or did you need to try to grow that and so that they understood where you're coming from? What was the process with that? Do you talk to your male friends about what you've been going through? I guess is the
Of course,
question.
yeah. I have a lot of, I gotta say I have a pretty strong inner circle. Temen aku nggak banyak ya, cuman I think I have like a very strong inner circle that I can depend on anytime, gitu, in any kind of situation, and they also with me, gitu, pastinya. So I try to, it's a process menurut aku kayak to find and just feel the energy from someone, and then you can be really sure that you can trust them and share your deepest, I think, traumas or anything that happened to you. Menurut aku it's a process gitu, nggak bisa langsung kayak instant gitu menurut aku. I have to go through the process and ketemu sama orang ini, teman-temannya ini, terus tiba-tiba mereka semua